Wow, it has been a hot minute since I've sat here at the review table and I've had a new case to unbox for you guys. And so I'm super excited to get back into the swing of things. I mean, we were unboxing cases like every month, sometimes even more than that when you throw in deluxes, singles, two packs, all that good stuff last summer. Man, those were really the good old days. And even the year before that, we were unboxing a lot of cases. And it's been now like 3 or 4 months since our last unboxing. So man, feels so good to be back, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am. We have 2022 Deluxe Case Q here today, so a little bit different. We're not starting the year with a singles case, but rather a deluxe case. And so, yeah, there's some good stuff in here, as I'm hinting there on the side. A little Barney Stormin and Scanlane action. And don't ask, by the way, why they didn't reset the alphabet for the deluxe this year. I don't really understand it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Usually with singles, they always do because there's plenty in the year prior, but I guess they just kind of picked up where they left off with 2020. Doesn't really matter, it's just the leather. But I got this case from GetMeCollectibles, as I always do. I'll leave his contact information in the description below. So let's just get right into it here. I don't even know where my tea is, to be honest, which might be a little bit problematic. Oh, I found it. I actually just recently got like a ton of stuff in. Actually, you guys won't see this yet, but I'm doing a Giga haul tomorrow. Part one, actually. I deemed it necessary to break up into 2 parts, and so you will see that tomorrow on the channel. And my table was just full of stuff, and it has taken a full day to get rid of, you know, all the stuff and get into its necessary locations in the collection. And so, yeah, finally getting back to a clean table here feels good. Almost lost the tea, but we are good. We're going to struggle here, open the box. Oh my goodness. It's just an awkward angle, guys. Don't worry, I usually don't struggle this much, but when I'm reaching around the camera, it gets a little weird. All right, let's see what we got here. So we're going to go just directly from the top, and I guess we're going to start with the best of the bunch. You know what? No, we don't do that. We don't do that. You guys know me better than that. We work our way from most boring to most exciting. I wish we could go with red first, though, but we got to start at the top. All right. First mainline unboxing of the year, and here we go with Rotor Turboski making his 2nd straight appearance. Actually, no, was this his 3rd straight year? I think he has been released from Thailand 2020, 2021, 2022. So the Dynaco helicopter, Rotor Turboski, is back. I actually recently, well, you will see in the Giga haul, I don't know whether he's in part 1 or part 2, but I recently got the 2021 version to have on card because I did not find it. I had to get it online. But yeah, this is pretty cool. There's a lot of plastic here. Like, it's weird for the 2-packs and the singles. They have shrunk basically the blisters to conform around the die cast. But for deluxes, they are not doing that. And in fact, there is so much plastic on this one here. It's really an utter waste. There's just so much. It consumes so much of the card too. Like, look at that. There's so much room on the top and bottom and the corners there. But I guess it's really the only way you can release a helicopter because it's such a weird shape. But yeah, let's take a closer look here at the artwork. So they have like a little red background of radiator springs, or Willys Butte rather. And you will see 2 different backgrounds. There's a like Thomasville Piston Cup stands background, and then the Willys Butte one. So when you limit yourself to just 2 backgrounds like that, a lot of these characters aren't going to fit. This one you could say it does because Rotor obviously flies through radiator springs with Mater, so I'm okay with that. But we'll get to a bunch of contentious ones here as the weeks and months go on, I'm sure. But yeah, you can see the Deluxe logo up in the top right. Does not indicate that he is metal, except it does on the back. You have the Mattel logo there on the back. There's a nice stock image of Rotor Turboski. I like how they put like Rotor Turboski's name in a different font than the other language there. I'm sure one of those is like Russian. I don't know what the other one is. And then you have like another weird language over here. I wonder what that says. Like, why is it all the way over here and there's no other versions of it? It's like they're secretly communicating with whatever language that is. Empowering the next generation through play. Yeah, so you have a nice like red street background here, very abstract as seen in cars. That is correct, Mattel. You did a good job. And of course, the other difference is that the name tags are now on the cards themselves. So not a separate piece within the blister, which I don't really mind. I'm actually kind of happy because I keep the name tags, and so there's always like an extra thing to have to store. So now I don't have to worry about that. So very cool. All right, that's enough about Rotor. He's had plenty of time. Here we have Van Scanlane. Now it looks like, oh my, look at one of his flags is loose in there. Oh my goodness, that is not good. And the card is kind of bent. That's just kind of what happens with these deluxes though. No big deal. So this is a much more presentable, much more appealing card because there's not a boatload of plastic on it. And so you have a nice look at Van Scanlane there. He was released in 2018 first, and I think he also was released in 2019, right? Yeah, I think so. He's been released quite a few times. Well, relative to when he was first released, I guess you could say. So the blister's also a little crack there on the inside, but no, yeah, he looks pretty good. Oh, they do have metal on here. Oh, it's just there in the white space. I totally missed that on Rotor. You guys were probably yelling at me like, it says it right there, Disney Docket. Sorry, missed it. Choking hazard, of course, because of the extra flag pieces. Again, we're not doing series this year, and they put the radiator springs background on it. See, we're already getting contentious. You could argue that the Piston Cup background is obviously more applicable for Van Scanlane, being a Piston Cup fan. And you got some more languages there, and they show you how to attach the flags. Cool, and so by the way, there's no peg holes. Well, I guess they did this last year. Yeah, so there's like a hole. It's not a hook anymore. They did that last year for the deluxes. All right. I think that's also easier for them because they can just then like punch it out instead of like carving it. Just like a little bump. You guys know what I mean? Here we go. This guy's on a perfect card. You have red Rojo. So some people have noted that they actually reverted back to his Cars 1 artwork instead of the Cars 2 artwork they've been using for quite some time, which is pretty nice to see. Kind of refreshing to see something new. But he has been released before from Thailand, as have the last two that we have encountered, so nothing too exciting so far. But yeah, no, red looks nice on the Red Riders. I'm calling this, by the way, the Red Riders mainline. I hope you guys like that name. I kind of named the 2021 mainline Desert Horizon, so now I'm doing Red Riders. Hopefully it catches on, and hopefully you guys like it. Desert Horizon I thought was a pretty applicable name. It's kind of what it looked like. This one's definitely a little more abstract. It's hard for somebody to really name this. A lot of people call the 2021 mainline like the metal mainline based on that logo that they introduced, which I think is not right because now they're going to get confused with the 2022 stuff and onwards, because I'm sure they will continue to put that metal icon on all the packages so people know that this is, you know, a die cast, right? So I think we have to call last year Desert Horizon, and this year, you know, I'm open to suggestions, but I think Red Riders is kind of cool. Now this will be a very popular deluxe, Miss Fritter, as she always is. Now last year she was only released in Canada in like one of the, I think it was the first case of deluxe, so that was really unfortunate. And I guess that brings up the question, like, where will deluxes be for sale this year, right? Walmart and Target stopped carrying them. And so that leaves kind of like the oddball stores in the United States, at least. So that leaves Meijer, H-E-B, Kroger, those types of stores. And those are obviously just regional, so not everyone is very close to one, unfortunately. So there's nice little artwork for Miss Fritter. Of course, she's her matte variation, which they've been doing now ever since mid-2017. Nice stock image of her. I actually really do like this stock image. She looks so clean. Very nice. So hopefully they're sold in more places, but I just really don't foresee Target and Walmart re-adding the line to their portfolio, I guess you could say. Now this is a pretty exciting release, all things considered. You guys might not think so initially, but this is the Cars 1 Mack, and we have been getting the Cars 3 Mack for several years now, and so this is a brand new Thailand variant of Cars 1 Mack, so I guess it is kind of monumental, kind of subtle, and I'm actually happy. You know, I'm glad that they're sprucing it up. It's the small victories these days. You have to celebrate the small things, and a small thing is a Cars 1 Mack being back in the main line, and they correctly used the right artwork. He looks so good. I love that artwork. He looks great on the red background too. So yeah, a subtly new Thailand variation, and there you could see his stock image. Now when they release semis and deluxes like this, they fill in that hole right there so you can't attach a trailer to it. I think they do that on purpose so you're more inclined to buy the trailer. Like, you can't just buy this and then get the trailer separately. You can't, like, I don't know, get in like a garage sale. You have to get the whole shebang. And here is the highlights of this case, obviously, and she is on pretty good card. I'm happy about that. Barney Stormin, first time being released from Thailand. Yeah, really excited about this one actually because he's not been released in a very, very long time. I really can't remember the last time Barney Stormin was released. It might have honestly been 2010. I remember he was released in like the single, the main line actually. They were able to put Barney Stormin in the main line just by enlarging the blister. It's the only time they ever like enlarged the blister of a single, right? And it was exclusive to Walmart in 2007. This is that version right here. And then 2008 and 9 and 10, they released him in the deluxes. Made him the same, I think he's, yeah, the same size, but his wings are not metal. They added something, like they made something else die cast. I'm not sure, but there is a variation to him, and this is the first one they ever did. I think they made the wings metal, like that's what I want to say, but these wings most certainly are not metal. They look plastic. But he does look to be the same size and everything still. Take a look at his artwork there. Cool. So yeah, it's nice to see him back. I think it has been, honestly, since 2010. I don't think it was released in 2013. 2013 would have been the only other time that he could have been released. That's when they did do some interesting Cars 1 Deluxes like Elvis, Dustin Mellows, Rotor Turbosky. They did all those in 2013. It's a very underrated year for Deluxes, but yeah, I don't think he was in that year. So wow, 11 years, and here we go, Barney Stormin again. Cool stock image as well, but they think he appeared in Cars 2, which is just blatantly, hilariously wrong. Cars 3 would have been a more acceptable answer because, you know, it takes place at the Piston Cup, and Barney Stormin clearly works for the Piston Cup, right? Because he drew the thing in the sky. But they thought he appeared in Cars 2, which is a little disappointing. But, you know, you're going to get one of those. You can expect at least one little mess up like that from Mattel in every case. And so that is all for this case. I don't know why they included these little, like, extra little fold out in there. I feel like it just squunched them. So whatever. Whatevs, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this case unboxing. Let me know which one is your favorite. Obviously, mine is Barney Stormin, and my second favorite is actually Cars 1 Mack. It's a very subtle, but it's a nice release. It's like Mattel actually kind of cares, and they're like, yeah, we've been releasing Cars 3 Mack a lot, so we're going to tone it back a little bit. So yeah, let me know your favorite in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye now.